Let's dive into one of history's most incredible stories. It's about a young orphan girl who's hiding a huge secret and finds herself in this high-stakes, empire-wide beauty pageant. And somehow, against all odds, she becomes the queen of the most powerful empire on Earth. This is the story of the coronation of Esther. So it all kicks off with this one simple suggestion. See, the previous queen, Vashti, has just been kicked out, and the whole Persian court is in a panic. This idea, it sets a massive, kingdom-wide search into motion. The stakes couldn't be higher. Okay, so here's the deal. King Xerxes, after his big angry outburst, has finally cooled down. But now he's facing the fallout. He actually misses his queen. And more importantly, there's this huge power vacuum at the very top. And this crisis, well, it cracks the door open for something nobody saw coming. So what do? Well, the king's personal attendants, they cook up a plan. And we're not talking about a small-time plan. This is a systematic, empire-wide hunt for the most beautiful young women in the entire kingdom. The mission? Find a new queen to replace Vashti. And let me tell you, this was a serious, almost bureaucratic operation. First, they appointed officials in every single province to scout for candidates. Then, all the chosen women were brought to the capital, Susa, and put under the care of one guy, a eunuch named Haggai. And from there, they all began this long, mandatory series of beauty treatments. This was way more than a contest. It was a state-run production. And this, right here, is where our hero enters the story. Among the dozens, maybe hundreds of young women brought to the palace is a Jewish orphan named Esther. We're told she has a lovely figure and was beautiful, and she was raised by her older cousin, Mordecai. But here's the critical piece of the puzzle, the secret she's holding on to. Her real Jewish name is Hadassah, but inside the palace walls, she's known only as Esther. Why? Because her cousin Mordecai gave her one very strict command. Whatever you do not reveal who your people are. This hidden identity is going to be the key to absolutely everything. You know, right out of the gate, Esther is just different. She immediately impresses Haggai, the guy in charge of the whole harem, and winning his favor pays off instantly. We're talking special food, extra beauty treatments, her own hand-picked attendants, and she even gets moved to the best rooms in the entire place. She is already playing this game on a whole other level. But getting the VIP treatment early on, that was just the first step. Every single woman there, Esther included, now had to go through this incredibly long and intense period of preparation, all before they'd even get a single chance to meet the king. And the process itself was just wild. We're talking a full year of government-funded spa treatments. The first 6 months were spent with oil of myrrh. The next 6 months were all about perfumes and cosmetics. Just think about that investment of time and resources. It's staggering. Let that really sink in for a second. 12 months. An entire year of getting ready, all leading up to one single night with the king. One chance. Can you even imagine the pressure? Oh, and there was this one really important rule for that big night. When a woman's turn finally came, she could take literally anything she wanted with her from the harem. We're talking jewels, amazing clothes, you name it. It was her moment to deck herself out and really try to impress the king. Okay, so here we go. This is the moment we've been building towards. After a whole year of waiting, of preparing, it's finally Esther's turn. This single night is going to decide her future and, though no one knows it yet, the future of her entire people. So the big question is, what does she do? What does she choose? She has the freedom to pick any dazzling, eye-catching things she wants. So what does Esther decide to take with her to meet the most powerful man in the world? And this is a stroke of genius. While all the other women are probably piling on the bling, Esther does something completely different. She asks for nothing except for what Haggai, the guy who knows the king best, suggests. Think about that. In a world of extravagance, she chose wisdom and humility. It was a brilliant, brilliant move. And the payoff is immediate and huge. Her strategy works perfectly. The king isn't just attracted to her. He's attracted to her more than anyone else. The text is so clear she won his favor and approval more than any of the other virgins. And just like that, the search was over. King Xerxes takes the royal crown, places it on her head, and makes her the new queen of Persia. The young orphan girl with a dangerous secret had just become the most powerful woman in the known world. And you better believe this wasn't some quiet little ceremony. the king throws a massive party, a huge banquet just for Esther. He declares a national holiday across the entire empire and hands out gifts like there is no tomorrow. The whole kingdom is celebrating their new queen. But here's the thing. Becoming queen, that wasn't the end of her story. It was just the beginning. Her happily ever after was about to be threatened in a way she could never have imagined. She had won the crown, sure, but now she would have to risk everything to save her people. Which leaves us with the biggest question of all. Was she put in this exact place, at this exact time, for a reason?